Therapist was secretly stalking me and making me worse. The panic attack started when I was 25, triggered by a toxic relationship that had left me questioning everything about myself. My ex-boyfriend had spent 2 years systematically destroying my self-confidence through subtle manipulation and emotional abuse. When I finally found the courage to leave him, I thought the worst was over. I was wrong. The anxiety hit me like a freight train. I'd wake up in the middle of the night with my heart racing, convinced something terrible was about to happen. During the day, I'd have episodes where I couldn't breathe, couldn't think, couldn't function. Simple tasks like grocery shopping became overwhelming ordeals. You need professional help, my best friend told me after finding me hyperventilating in my apartment bathroom for the 3rd time that week. This isn't something you can handle alone. I'd always been skeptical of therapy, but I was desperate. Sarah recommended Dr. Wells, a psychologist who specialized in trauma and anxiety disorders. His office was in an upscale medical building downtown, and his credentials were impressive. Harvard-educated, published researcher, 20 years of experience. He helped my cousin after her divorce, Sarah assured me. She said he was amazing, really understood what she was going through. Dr. Wells looked exactly like what I'd expected from a therapist. Late 40s, graying hair, wire-rimmed glasses, and a calm, authoritative presence. His office was warm and inviting, filled with books and soft lighting that immediately put me at ease. "Tell me what brings you here today, Emma," he said during our first session, his voice gentle and reassuring. I explained about my ex, about the panic attacks, about feeling like I was losing control of my life. Dr. Wells listened intently, taking notes and asking thoughtful questions. "Anxiety often stems from a sense of powerlessness," he explained. "Your relationship taught your nervous system to be hypervigilant, always scanning for threats. We can retrain those responses through cognitive behavioral therapy and gradual exposure exercises." He seemed knowledgeable and compassionate. For the first time in months, I felt hopeful that I could get better. Our sessions were scheduled for every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Dr. Wells had a way of making me feel heard and understood that I'd never experienced before. He normalized my reactions to the abuse and helped me see that my anxiety was a natural response to trauma. "You're not broken, Emma," he would remind me. "You're healing from wounds that someone else inflicted. That takes time and patience with yourself." But instead of getting better, I started feeling worse. The panic attacks increased in frequency and intensity. I began having vivid nightmares about being watched and followed. During the day, I felt constantly on edge, like someone was observing me even when I was alone. "This is normal," Dr. Wells assured me when I mentioned these symptoms during our 4th session. "Sometimes things get worse before they get better. We're bringing unconscious fears to the surface so we can address them." I trusted his expertise and pushed through the discomfort, but the feeling of being watched intensified. I started checking my locks obsessively before bed, convinced someone had been in my apartment while I was gone. Full story on channel link below.